This is Fatima Riwafa A. Aminullah from BSN 1A, and I'm here to discuss the history of computer. The first one is the abacus. The history of computer begins with the birth of abacus, which is believed to be the first computer. It is said that Chinese invented abacus around 4,000 years ago. It was a wooden rock which has metal rods with beads mounted on them. The beads were moved by the abacus operator according to some rules to perform arithmetic calculations. Next is Napier's bones. It was manually operated device calculating device which was invented by John Napier by 1550 to 1617 of Merceston. In this calculating tool, he used 9 different ivory strips or bones marked with numbers to multiply and divide. It was also the first machine to use the decimal point. The next is Pascaline. Pascaline is also known as arithmetic machine or adding machine. It was invented between 1642 and 1644 by French mathematician philosopher Blaise Pascal. It is believed that it was the first mechanical and automatic calculator. It could only perform addition and subtraction. It was a wooden box with a series of gears and wheels. Next is step reckoner or Leibniz wheel. It was developed by a German mathematician philosopher Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz in 1673. He improved Pascal's invention to develop this machine. It was a digital mechanical calculator which was called the step reckoner, and instead of gears it was made of fluted drums. Next one is difference engine. In the early 1820s, it was designed by Charles Babbage, who is known as father of modern computer. It was a mechanical computer which could perform simple calculations. It was a steam-driven calculation machine designed to solve tables of numbers like logarithm tables. The next one is tabulating machine. It was invented in 1890 by Herman Hollerith, an American statistician. It was a mechanical tabulator based on punch cards. It could tabulate statistics and record or sort data or information. This machine was used in the 1890 US Census. Hollerith also started the Hollerith Tabulating Machine Company, which later became International Business Machine or IBM in 1924. Next is differential analyzer. It was the first electronic computer introduced in the United States in 1930. It was an analog device invented by Vannevar Bush. This machine has vacuum tubes to switch electrical signals to perform calculations. It could do 25 calculations in few minutes. Next is Mark I. The next major changes in the history of computer began in 1937 when Howard Aiken planned to develop a machine that could perform calculations involving large numbers. In 1944, Mark I computer was built as a partnership between IBM and Harvard. It was the first programmable digital computer. Generation of computer. The first generation is vacuum tubes from 1940 to 1956. The first computer systems used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory. These computers were very expensive to operate, and in addition to using a great deal of it. The second generation is transistors from 1956 to 1962. The transistor was invented at Bell Labs in 1947. The transistor was far superior to the vacuum tube, allowing it to become smaller, faster, cheaper, more energy efficient, and more reliable than their first generation predecessors. The third generation is integrated circuits from 1964 to 1971. The development of the integrated circuit was the hallmark of the third generation of computers. Transistors were miniaturized and placed on silicon chips called semiconductors, which drastically increased the speed and efficiency of computers. The fourth generation is microprocessors from 1971 up to present. The microprocessor ushered in the fourth generation of computers, as thousands of integrated circuits were built onto a single silicon chip. What in the first generation filled an entire room and could now fit in the palm of the hand. The last is fifth generation, the artificial intelligence, present and beyond. Fifth generation computing devices based on artificial intelligence are still in development, though there are some applications such as voice recognition that are being used today. The computer changed our life 2 decades ago, and now it is a necessity to use a computer in daily life to live.